So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 7 yards the pick up there. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
Herbert back to the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Zach Pascal, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And these two continue to work so well together. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelce last year. 2nd among NFL tight ends.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert off of play action. Going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to run past the 20. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Herbert on 1st down now. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Here's Herbert. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years and feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future, you've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft, they feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Butker's kick here is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. before the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Herbert buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Pushing his way through. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down and goal. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one, and even 40 yards. Peterson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Again, Peterson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Adrian Peterson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chiefs might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10, here's Herbert once more. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back to throw. Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally